I've been meaning to film this review ever since it came out, and it is a review of the movie Cruella. So, Disney Plus original. Originally, it was like a rental thing, one of the premium movies on the streaming service, but now it's open to everybody who's got the service. So, just saying, if you haven't seen it, oh my gosh. Even if you're like me and you're usually in the boat of, yeah, the Disney live action movies kind of suck. No. Trust me on this one. Give this one a chance. I don't know if it's just the blessing of it being in the 101 Dalmatians universe and the original live action movie having been amazing. I don't know. I was skeptical as fuck, but at the same time, really wanted to like it. My first time going in, I made the mistake of watching it while in a bad mood to start with, so I was overly harsh and critical, to the point where my sister was like, "Are you sure about that? Because I watched that movie and I thought it was amazing, and every single person that I've talked to thought it was amazing, so maybe it's just you." And after I, cooled my jets, slowed my roll, was in a better mental place, I was like, maybe she's right. Maybe I should rewatch it and see if I still feel the same way. Good Lord, am I so glad that I did that, because yeah, apparently my mental state the first time I went into it totally ruined how I felt on the first viewing, but by the second viewing, yes. I love this movie. I love this movie so much to where at this point I've watched it about a dozen times now, and I am nowhere near burnt out on it. First things first. I want to shake the hand of whoever put together that soundtrack. My God. It is so good. It is so good. I, immediately had to, go and see, is there a soundtrack album for this out yet? Because if there is, I need to buy it right the fuck now. Never mind that I have many of the albums that these songs appear on. No. I need this. I don't know what it is about Emma Stone movies. Am I just immediately needing to buy the soundtracks? Which is really not like me. I usually don't go out of my way to buy movie soundtracks of things that aren't, in my usual fandoms that I obsessively collect for, but with La La Land, I hadn't even seen the movie itself yet. I had just heard some of the songs, and I just impulse bought the soundtrack, and thankfully loved it, and loved the movie. And then it happened again with this one, although I had at least known what was in it this time. It was just I need this. I need to own this, so... Dunno, but I am noticing a theme here. But, it just fits in so well. They slightly changed the era in which the events take place in, because in the world of the original 101 Dalmatians movie, Cruella is obviously a full-grown lady, kind of older and everything, and yet it's arguable when it takes place. Either 50s or 60s, you could make an argument for either. I would say maybe early 60s, but the events of this one, I would say late 60s, early 70s, based on a lot of different factors. It kind of time shifts as she grows up, because it starts out when she's a little girl. So this is not a retelling of 101 Dalmatians. No, this is the origin story for Cruella, which, again, was a little skeptical going in, but I like what they did with it. About the only thing that I didn't like was the really kind of odd CGI for the Dalmatians. And the dogs in general, really. But it was really just uncanny valley territory with the Dalmatians especially. I can't put my finger on what it was, but it's just that gut instinct of, that's not a real dog. That is not a real dog. That is not how a real dog moves. But, at the same time, it's just it's close enough to where you can't put your finger on what's wrong with it, but something in your brain just inherently knows, no, something's off, but it's so close to realistic that it's creepy. That is the uncanny valley. That's where those Dalmatians fell into. The other dogs in the movie, not as bad. They're at least cute. They're endearing how they were done, but there are little blips here and there where it's that's not a real dog. That's a CGI dog. But, especially with Wink, and especially when they have him in the little rat costume. it really stood out to me there more than anywhere else that that's not a real dog. But I kind of like the really unique take, and then the plot twist. I don't want to give too much of the plot away is the problem here. But it's like they go down one route plot-wise pretty quickly early on. I mean, it's Disney, therefore I don't feel like it's a spoiler to say the mom dies because it is Disney. The mom always dies. Like, come on, that is like a Disney trope that has pretty much always been a thing. If the mom doesn't, the dad does, but it's almost always the mom because Walt Disney lost his mom really young. It kind of fucked him up. He never got over it, and it just became a thing throughout his movies. And then even after his passing, the company kind of just got so used to it, they just never stopped doing it. So that's why I'm like, it is not even a spoiler here, because you should know, if it's a Disney movie, odds are somebody's mom's going to die. But then there's a very, very huge plot twist I did not see coming later on, and it was like, what the fuck? But maybe some of you guys saw it coming. I didn't. I admittedly did not. But I was like, damn. Alright. I respect that. There's some plot holes where I was like, yeah, but at the same time, they're not enough to detract from my enjoyment of the film. I thought the casting, I thought just everything about it, the set designs, the costuming especially. My god, the costuming. Chef's kiss. I cannot give it high enough marks. I especially fangirled over the little, the gay shopkeeper. I loved him. I'm like, please bring him back in the sequel. I don't care what you need to do with him. Bring him back. I adored him. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is the first thing I ever saw Emma Stone in where I'm really seeing her start to come into her own acting-wise. Because prior to this, it really kind of felt like most roles I've seen her in, she fell into that same category as, like, Scarlett Johansson, where, I mean, yeah, she's pretty, yeah, she makes it into a lot of movies, but does she really have a personality? Not so much, and it always feels like she's just playing the same character. She finally broke out of that here to where I was like, damn, she's actually a good actress. That's not to take anything away from La La Land, because I do adore La La Land, but actually, for what La La Land is, my statement stands that actually it works in benefit of that movie, but, and a lot of other things, it's like, oh, okay, well. But regardless, this was like the first time I really saw her start to come into her own, and I hope we start seeing more of that, because I'm like, am I becoming an Emma Stone fan? Like, did that just happen? Is this a one-off, or is this a thing that's happening? Because if she's actually becoming, like, a really good actress, I might be becoming a fan. I don't know. Oh, goodness. I really enjoyed it. It took a really breath of fresh air approach with this story, and did not go in any of the ways that you would really have predicted it to have gone for how did Cruella become Cruella. Now, I don't know if maybe that's coming in the sequel. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and find out. One's already been greenlit, so it's happening. But, it would have been all too easy for them to just go, this is why Cruella hates Dalmatians and why she feels like they all need to die. No, like, even by the end of this movie, she doesn't seem to hate Dalmatians. So I'm just like, okay, alright. She is even the one who gives Anita her first Dalmatian. Oh, boom! Yeah, okay, that one's kind of a spoiler, but I mean, it's such like a little footnote at the end of the movie, like in the credits, where it's like, some of you probably turned the movie off before it even got to that scene, so shut up. But, I don't know, I really liked it. Everything about this movie was such eye candy. Like, okay, you know what? Disney, you done good on this one. You did really well. Most of the live action ones, I have nothing but complaints with, but this one, I swear I'm not being biased just for adoring everything 101 Dalmatians, but No, like, even if it were a different franchise, I would be saying the same things about it. I got goosebumps. Multiple different things in this movie. And the fact that I have rewatched it so many times in such a short time span, that is very telling of just how good this movie is. And then my sister recently watched it, my other sister, I should say, and she messaged me, "Oh my god, have you seen Cruella yet?" And I was like, "Yes, I have." She's like, "It's magnificent." I'm like, "Yes, yes, it is. Oh my god, I need to fangirl over it with someone." Oh my god, so we did. And just, oh my gosh, I love this movie so damn much. Oh goodness, I feel like not enough people are talking about it. Like, they were right at first when it first hit. And then it died off. I'm like, no, why are we not talking about it? Talk about it some more. Like, this movie is so good, it needs to be watched. So I personally cannot wait until the sequel comes out. I am here for it. So, oh my god, absolutely 5 out of 5 stars. I adored every single thing about this movie. And I'm so glad I gave it another chance. And I totally fangirled. In case anybody was noticing, did I notice it? Yes, I absolutely noticed them sneaking a Judy Garland song in there. Hell yes, I did. I also thought a choice was made when the version of Come Together they used was not the Beatles version. They went with the Tina Turner version, and you know what? While normally I'd be pissed at something like that, I feel like that executive decision works here. In this particular film, I think it does in fact work better than the Beatle version would have. Granted, they probably didn't use the Beatle one because they didn't want to pay for the royalties to use the Beatle one. They don't come cheap. But on the other hand, they do have the rights to the Get Back documentary. So, I mean, it's not like they couldn't. I think they made an artistic decision that this one would work better. And it absolutely did. So, I'm just like, alright. I see you. But, God, like I said, there's just so many things. I'm like, yes. I can't stop applauding how well that was done on literally every teeny tiny detail. Oh my gosh, just, I don't even know where to begin. But if you haven't watched it, like I said, even if you're skeptical of the live action ones, even if you normally don't like the live action ones, please give this one a shot. Because I don't think you'll regret it. I think you'll find that this one is an exception to the rule. This one is just so damn good. Like, oh my gosh. I can't sing its praises enough. So, anyways, that is it for this one. Oh my god, I can't stop fangirling over this movie. So, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Have you seen this movie yet? What did you think of it? Please let us have a discussion down in the comments. Get that. Otherwise, let me know what you thought of it. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.